electrolytic capacitors. So these are the polymers are, yeah, basically aluminum electrolytic capacitors, tantalum electrolytic capacitors, and niobium oxide electrolytic capacitor. Okay. Both this aluminum and tantalum has two types. Again, non-solid electrolyte, solid electrolyte. Difference is that yeah, this is the solid electrolyte means these particles, solid particles are uh, yeah present. That is hard material is present. And while in non-solid, soft kind of material, powdered soft material is present. Yeah. So let us see this aluminum type and titanium type in this scope of this lecture. So these are the capacitors you may have seen. So yeah, these are the aluminum electrolytic capacitors with non-solid electrolyte. Okay. We have a polarity because these are the polarized capacitors. So there is always mentioned the polarity. Okay, so this is a minus sign here. Okay, so this black color shaded for this vertical chip type of this capacitor. Okay, so there is a minus sign present, which indicates that this terminal under this is okay is a negative terminal. Okay, so this is axial. Look at this. Axial means along axis the terminals are present, and here there is a marking, negative marking or dark color marking, right? So this indicates the negative terminal. Then radial, so this is the radial. Both the terminals are only along this surface. Okay, and here is a mention a black line with this negative sign, right? Yeah, this particular white line with this dash negative lines. Okay, so this is the minus terminal. So this indicates this is the minus terminal. So then this is the snapping type of capacitors. Okay, so there is always mention this direction. This direction is negative. So this terminal is a negative terminal of this capacitor. Okay, so this is a structure of a particular electrolytic capacitor, right? So we see that there is various cells or we can say various plates or planes that is cylindrically arranged, and within this planes or plates there is again a dielectric which is present. Okay, yeah, there yeah, here is a complete structure fitted tight with this rubber sealing, and end terminals are taken out. Okay. So when if you say in case of aluminum type of electrolyte, right? So it is structure, right? This connection is of this aluminum metal that is used here, right? These complete foils, right? These foils that are present here, made of aluminum foil. These are some specifications. So yeah, when it comes to electrolyte, this electrolyte present between these foils, right? So we have non-solid organic type of electrolyte as named as GBL, DMF, DM. So this when we use this type of electrolytic with this aluminum type capacitor, so we get this much range 0.1 microfarad to this much micro. Okay, and maximum voltage that this type of capacitor can operate is 550 volt, and maximum temperature this device can withstand is for up to 150 degrees Celsius. Okay. Then non-solid where borax or glycol chemicals are used as an electrolyte. Okay, so it will offer minimum 0.1 microfarad and max to 2700000 microfarad capacitance. Okay, and the maximum voltage they can withstand is 630 volt, and the temperature is 85 to 105 degrees Celsius they can withstand. Non-solid water based. Okay, so this offers a low range of capacitance 1 to 80,000 microfarad range, and also operating voltage is less, 300 volt nearly or inside. Yeah, and they also operates nearly 85 to 105 degrees Celsius. Yeah, then solid polymer, yes, the polymer can also be used. like what we already see PVP, PVT, PVN, or different types of polymer. Okay. So this will offer 10 to 1500 microfarad range of these capacitors, and they can withstand or they can operate at 25 volt, and then withstand up to 105 degrees Celsius. Hybrid polymer or non-solid type. So this can offers a 6.8 microfarad to 1000 microfarad range of this capacitance, while their operating voltage is 150, yeah, 125 volt, and maximum voltage that they can that can store across it, yeah, that can be applied across it. The maximum temperature is 125 degrees Celsius. Okay. Applications, yeah, input and output decoupling capacitance for smoothing and filtering of the signals. Okay, so this is widely used at amplifiers, jet oscillators, and signal conditioning purpose. DC link capacitors in AC or AC converters for variable frequency drive and frequency range. So higher frequency operations wherever it is required. Okay, right. Higher frequency applications. There this electrolytic cheap electrolytic capacitors can be used. Correction capacitors for power factor corrections. Okay, so there are some devices where we are required to correct the power factor of this power supply, right? Or some devices we need a corrected power supply which needs the alteration of the power factor, right? So these capacitors can use as phase shifters, and they can automatically adjust this power factor of those different circuits or power supplies. These are some applications of this aluminum electrolytic capacitors. Tantalum electrolytic capacitors. So these are various capacitors available in market. Commonly used are these structured and this axle type. Okay. So in this yeah, so in this bulb, right? In this tantalum tantalum mixture is bound, right? And on this complete ceramic or insulating material is covered, right? So this is a tantalum capacitor that is used. So it is also showing this positive variety, right? Okay, it is a polarized capacitor. Similar, this is a axial capacitor, right? And what he see, this is a positive terminal. Okay, this is a positive, yeah, positive terminal, and this is a negative terminal. Okay, so these are various packages of this tantalum electrolytic capacitor, right? So these are like we see that it's like surface mount, or you can see the multi-layer type of capacitors. Okay, so this is positive side. Okay, this is mark. This is marking to show this positive, which one is positive and which one is negative, right? So this grayish type of marking, so the positive grayish or positive luminous, right? Okay. Yeah, so this is the multi-layer redshift type capacitors that is formed with this tantalum mixture, right? So within this, what we see here, the tantalum mixture that is sintered and oxidized tantalum anode, right? So this is the anode basically. So this is completely anode, and this is connected to this external what we say contact. Okay, so this is the contact, anode contact, and this is a negative contact, right? And so this thickness, the amount of thickness this layer is going to form this capacitors, right? This thickness is going to determine this particular capacitance, right? Okay, so this was the structure of this yeah, chip type, chip capacitor, tantalum capacitor. Specifications, so yeah, when we are using electrolyte like non-solid sulfuric acid, right? So we had capacitance of 0.1 to 80,000 microfarad, and the operating voltage is up to 630 volt, right? So high power applications, uh, mm, at higher power applications, this type of capacitor can be used. Maximum temperature can withstand is up to 200 degrees Celsius. Okay, then when it comes to solid type of electrolyte, right? So like magnesium dioxide, that is a dioxide type metals. Okay, metal dioxide, right? So it offers 0.1 to 3300 microfarad range of capacitors, and we can apply 125. We can maintain 125 volt of power along this. particular capacitor, and operating temperature it can withstand is 150 degrees Celsius. Then solid polymer as a electrolyte, yeah, it will offer 10 to 1500 microfarad of capacity range, and along which 25 volt can be applied or can be maintained, and maximum temperature can withstand is 105 degrees Celsius. So, application. So what we see here is that the capacitance is somewhat moderate, and so a medium frequency range they can work, or higher voltage they can work, or medium voltage, lower voltage they can work, okay, for nominal temperature. So this can be used for smaller consumer electronic applications with right a minimum or moderate frequencies, right? So communications, air force, airspace, military industries, and submarine cables. This as a, here we can use this type of capacitors. Advanced electronic devices, civil appliances, televisions. So then low leakage current applications, high capacity and long-term stability. Right? Yeah, the applications where we need long-term stability, reliability, like this communication, aerospace, or military or industrial operations. Right? Here we can use such type of capacitors.